Hey everybody, we're back with another video. Gonna do this certification interview. Kind of go over some diagrams, kind of teach you what the app do, why is it important, all the stuff that's in it, what it involves, entails. Yeah. All right, let's get this show on the road. Like I said, it's gonna be over here. This one right here. This one right here is very, very good because it has like four different jobs in cybersecurity jobs. Meaning it got the Honeypot system, deception tool. It got the GRC engineering architect in there. It got the GRC analyst, SOC 2 automation compliance stuff in there. It got the red team. Yeah, the red team stuff in there. Where pretty much it scans the system, pretty much tests the system against any kind of attacks or whatever. And it's threat modeling. And also it also got a SIEM dashboard, got its own SIEM dashboard in it. So let's get started on this one. Like I said, you definitely want to read these files. I have these files in the bottom of the description. Let's see. They right there. They got the source code. Study guide 1, study guide 2. Definitely want to read those. All right, we're gonna get right into it. So pretty much, let's go. We're gonna do it the easy way. We're gonna learn through diagrams first, then we're gonna speak plain English. Then once we do that, we're gonna go through line to line, line by line, if I can show you what's exactly going on, like how it works, what's going on in plain English. And then once we do that, that's when we're gonna start debugging it and learn how it works, and that's how you're gonna really learn how to code. But you first gotta understand how the diagrams work, what's going on in plain English before you even learn how to code. Pretty much gotta, like, what's the flow? That's the main thing. What is the flow? So the flow of this is, as soon as you run everything, it's gonna automatic do an audit on the system. It's gonna automatic shoot the red team audit. It's gonna automatic do the GRC SOC 2 audit. It's gonna automatic do it. Then once you get to that phase, like I said, it's gonna do all that. Exception 2, it's gonna make sure everything is running, make sure nobody ain't in the system going crazy. So it's pretty much running scans. All right, then once you get to here, the user, it's either be user or attacker. Once you put your information in or say your information, it's gonna grade it. It's gonna put it through a system. It's gonna grade. It's gonna rate limit. And what if you're doing prompt injections or trying to do something crazy, and those tests is going to be based on these top 10 OWASP. So anything that's in here that violate the grade is going to get through this system anyway. It's going to go through this system right here. And once it go through this system, if it's clean, it's going to go over here. And you can keep doing it. You can keep using the app. But if it's bad, if it fail when to test it, you're going to go into the honeypot area. Honeypot mean where it's a fake data system where you think and it's still in the real system, but you have been pretty much quarantined without you knowing you've been quarantined. And that's one of the best ways how to stop some of the hackers in the AgenticAI world. AgenticAI world. And once they get in there, they have fake data, fake API keys, fake response, fake PDFs in there. So it make it look like they really have succeeded in hacking the system, but unknowingly to them, they just wasting up time and burning up their resources and stuff. And the dashboard is the SOC SIEM dashboard is set up where you can kind of monitor them and see what payloads they doing, what logs, what's all going on and stuff like that. And then it'll go down here. Like I said, it's in tool logic. This is the good side where you still kind of do the app and run everything you need to do. But then if you get past that, then you try some more crazy stuff, then you get blocked again. But if you keep going, everything good, you'll go through here and then capture the evidence. And the evidence is pretty much capturing the logs. And any kind of GRC environment, audit a GRC engineering system, evidence, capture evidence, log, everything. And then once I do here, create the hash for it. And then that, like I said, then just loop back again. Like I said, and it's self-annealing. So yeah, that's pretty much how that works. And you definitely want to read this one because it's a lot of information in here. You want to go through it. Want to use ChatGTP? I'm gonna teach you guys how to fish. I'm gonna give you fish sometime, but if I just give you fish, now I'm gonna teach you how to think and how to critically think. And you have to always have to. Uh, uh, no, you want to learn how to critically think and use the tools. Once you got a lot of stuff, use the tools at your disposal, like any ChatGTP LLM, to expand your critical thinking. Because it's gonna be stuff that I haven't taught you, or stuff that you never seen that's new in the field. You're gonna need to know how to get those answers and how to use critical thinking. All right, so let's see. That's pretty much that. All I want to do is go over that on that. So that's pretty much the same diagram. The attacker come in, the API server. That's the first app right here. That's the first thing. Gonna check for rate limits, any kind of crazy stuff a person trying to do. If threat detection happens, they're gonna go into the tar pit, the honey pit, shadow reality, the fake matrix world. Then if it's clean though, it's gonna go over here. So I want to give you guys different diagrams, and this other diagram pretty much say the same thing too. This one here too. All right. Let's see what else we got for you. Yeah, definitely check this out. Like I said, this is GRC engineer and GRC analyst. They pretty much the same as GRC analysts. They kind of do stuff the old way, the checkbox, and they have to go through and hunt everybody down and stuff like that. So this system is pretty much used the SOC 2 framework, which is mostly for SaaS products. Then you got NAS and you got HIPAA, which is for like medical stuff. Then you got PCI DSS, that's pretty much for money and finance and stuff like that. Yeah, so a lot of companies they had this is pretty much agentic AI. When you see GRC engineering, it's pretty much agentic AI. So what companies normally do, they put everything inside of AWS or Azure or Microsoft. What I did, I just embedded this system inside the code. So before it even get to the code, it's its own GRC agentic AI system, and it SOC and makes stuff SOC 2 compliant. So it's before it. So say if the system you upload this agentic AI to, if it's not checking for these things, it automatically does it in the code. And companies like to hear stuff like that. And this honeypot system, like I said, it just it's different levels of honeypot. It's just a kind of pretty much a medium level one, where if it go over 50 score, if it kind of go a certain thresh limit, then it's gonna automatically put them into the honeypot world. But they're pretty much in a fake matrix. They're gonna have fake data. They're gonna really think they fake AP. They're gonna be in there just really think they have succeeded or hacking. Like I said, you can watch them at the same time. All right, what else we got? That's just describing this life ground. Like I say, yeah, I like to teach everything reverse engineering, hands on, apprenticeship, trade school kind of stuff. That's how you learn, not just sitting up here listening to me theory all day. Let's see what else we got. These are certain files. It's over here for the front end with utility. All right, we went over that. All right, this some more information on how the red team stuff work. Like I said, we're gonna go through that in more detail too, though. Let's see. So, yep. Say if a person do a prompt injection, and that if they do a cross-site scripting. All right, some security glossary. Like I said, this is the forensic stuff for the evidence for the GRC compliance stuff, and also for the honeypot. It's pretty much the logs, the evidence, the audit logs, where you got all the information, ID, the timestamp when it happened, the control number, the actor, whoever the number is, actions, the outcome contained, justification, specifically they violated that. And it's just the hash number, so you can kind of keep up with that. Threat modeling, like I said, a lot of companies like that. That's very important. They keep up with that a lot. They want to hear that all the time in life cycle. Like I said, Bruce Navigator, like I said, threat actors, prompt injects. Prompt injects is pretty serious stuff. Got that. All right, here go. Like I said, we went through that one. Like I said, it's gonna take a lot of repetition. You're not gonna get it at one time. Don't feel overwhelmed. I like to say the same thing more than once. Faith come by hearing, learning come by hearing, and doing the repetition. If everybody think they can just get it in one swift swoop, everybody listen to it one time, that means everybody already be working in agentic AI, cybersecurity, but we know that's not the case. All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah, this another one. Like I said, just another diagram. Like I said, because you want to kind of get used to the diagram. Like that's why I said we're gonna be saying in the plain English. All right, what's going on? All right, the user, the attacker come in. All right, go to the dashboard. All right, go to the API. That's the first file. Then it loops around here and then go into the system, to the security system. If it's good, it go to this side and keep going. Everything's A-OK. If it's bad, it's going over here to the deception honeypot system. And that's pretty much, and you get the logs, like I said, external. All right, here go another one. This is more full and more detailed. Full security life diagram, intake, rate limit, SX. Like I said, it's gonna be rejected. If it's over, it's gonna get rejected. If it's passed, boom, it's gonna throw the pass aside. All right. Then you got over here. Then if you go through another, if your stuff get to acting crazy again, if it look kind of funny, it's gonna go back over here again. Then if it's like, it's gonna grade it. If it's greater than 50, all right, it's going to the shadow world. If it's mixed reality, no. But then, like I said, go over here to the shadow world, to the fake honeypot system. Because, like I said, it's really hard to stop hackers, especially if they got your source code. That's why a lot of companies, they protect their source code so much. Like I said, source codes and projects going to be the currency. You're not going to, no company's not going to let you come in and do nothing from scratch. That's why I said these 40 source codes, they're very important. People don't know the value of it because they just don't know the value of it. But to put it in perspective, why you think companies protect their source code? Because one, somebody can copy them, they can learn fast. Other governments are experts at this, or they can make their product better, or they can really study the code to see where it's most vulnerable at. That's why most companies never release their source code. But if a person get a hand on the source code, they can do some good, bad, and ugly things. Like I said, and that's why it's good to learn for source code. Like I said, the source code, you got a lot of stuff in it. Like I said, if you haven't joined not the cyber range, that's my boy Josh. He over there. You definitely gonna need his internship once you're done his Agent AI course. You really gonna understand a lot of stuff that I got going on. Then come over to the Agent AI trade school, where we go deeper into what's going on in the real world in AI. All right, and once so this the clean side rate score. Okay, it's good. Hey, everything's cool. Oh, nope, they tried to get crazy again. Nope, put them back in quarantine. Then up, they safe. Okay, cool. They safe. They can keep going. Improve. Okay, they can keep up. Nope, they tried to get crazy and tried to hack at that level. Nope, again, getting sent to La La Land. All right, then go over here execution, evidence captured, then the signing, then the log, then success. So this is pretty much how you kind of understanding in English. Then what we're gonna do next, we're gonna go through the code. We're gonna go through each one of these files. I'm gonna say, all right, in plain English, this is what this doing. Then this is what this doing. This is what that line doing. This is what that line doing, and so on and so forth. We're gonna go through all these. We need to go through these. That's some of the React stuff. So we're gonna learn a little React, how to React interact. We're gonna go through the Python. We're gonna go through these and get ignore. So get ignore is just stuff that when you putting the stuff into the pipeline or pushing it in or pushing it out, it's not gonna put these files inside your files. So like .env, you don't want that file to go into your GitHub because they got all your API keys. All right, that's the 655 page PDF, full write up, word for word, blow for blow, everything in it. Like I said, if you want that, I got that link in the Gumroad. I got the short version of it inside of the trade school. But if you want the extra read me PDF, Like I said, you can get that. And then, like I said, we're going to go over some of the, so that baby got each chapter kind of go through word for word, letter for letter, code for code, kind of explain it in plain English. You got all the files, and they kind of go through it. That's the first chapter. All right, go through that section. All right, so just explain it line for line. All right, what this line do? Complete readers in the main title because it has, like I said, just kind of go through it. It's comments, computers, line 5. This application to dual purpose of platform. Computer, what pretty much what it's saying. Display text. What the mean is introduce 2 main goals we discussed in chapter 1. So it's pretty much going through explaining every line, every symbol. What is pip install? Download the 2 specific files to request for talking to the other computers in Flash. Yeah, so this PDF is very detailed. It's like 655 pages. All right. Let's see. Let's go to here. Let's go to this chapter. What's that? Chapter 5. Let's go to chapter 5, where it kind of really get into the meat and potatoes. Is this it? No, that's the other part. That's pretty good stuff too. But I want to kind of go into the Python, some of the Python stuff. That's the MD file. MD files is pretty much kind of like a small memory to kind of keep the AI on track and what it need to do. All right, so so this is one of the main files, Python files, heartbeat of the system. And it kind of go through, it kind of give you, it's going to take the first 35 lines of code. And it's going to go through, then it's going to tell you line by line. All right, import, what's going on? Import ASAP. I don't know how to code. All right, what that mean? You can either chat GTP it, or you can just read this. All right, what's line? Okay, what is computer does? Brings in the blueprint of the web listener. Okay. All right, that's the web listener. All right, what this import sock server mean? Okay, where is that at? Okay, then it just tell us, and it do this line for line. So it's pretty much teaching you how to read it in English first. And then once you kind of understand this and the flow and how websites flow in English, it's so much easier to code it. It's like night and day to how to code it. It's like night and day. And I do this for every chapter. I mean every file. As y'all see, all of it. Like I said, this one. I don't know what none of this means. Don't worry, it's right here. Kind of go over telling what's going on. And if you want to go even more in details and everything, chat GTP it. Like I said, the old days we should have to Google everything, still couldn't find nothing. Put up pieces of code together. All right, let's see. Readme. Okay, just kind of go over what it's about. Like I said, you can do certification interviews because most people they need to practice on the interview and their vocal skills. And once you can vocally say it out enough times, you can remember it very easy. So the CISSP, Security Plus, you can interview any of these certifications, any of them. That's why the app is important. So the app serves like a multifaceted 7 different dual purposes of the app. So it's an app that teaches you about 5, 6, 7 different cybersecurity areas, roles, and also the app is an interview for certification interview. People trying to get their certs. Y'all know how I feel about certs. I don't got no certs, 0 certs, but I know some people they just like them. They just gotta have that notch on their belt. So there you go. You got that. All right. All we gotta do, like to use Google Anti-Gravity. And all you got to do is come over and say run everything. It's just that simple. You don't even got to know how to code, but you still can learn how to use the app and how to get in there and see everything work. So we're just going to say run everything so I can use this app. I can use this app. And what it's going to do is going to go through, it's going to run all this. It's gonna run all this stuff we talked about. It's gonna run it. So we just press send. Like I said, Google Low Pro is pretty much the best one. It's pretty much you can use it for free, and it works really good. It works really good. Like I said, you can use it for free. I like to use the Flash one sometimes because it's fast. I don't have to do that much thinking. But if you want to do a little bit more thinking and stuff like it's gonna take a little longer, I like to use Flash. It's faster. It kind of get right to the point, especially if you got everything already set up. Those will cost a little bit more money. This one, it'll eat it up and it do a lot of thinking to make the context one even more full. So I don't really use that one at all. So I pretty much use this one and this one. If I'm doing like some vibe coding, I need to really do some good vibe coding. I use Low Pro. If I'm just once I got everything set up, I just want the Agentic AI to be a system, assistant for me. I just use Flash. So we're just gonna run everything, run that. All right, look like everything is loaded up. So pretty much all I did just went in there and just updated any kind of files need to be updated and any packages. All right, so we are running on localhost 3000. So pretty much you hover over that and hold clear. Control if you're on Mac, and command if you're on Mac, and control if you're on one. Then you just press click. Then it'll pop up. Here we go. We on the front end. So it looked like it has already ran. They go to report. It's gonna give you report to download spreadsheets. Folks love spreadsheets inside the GRC world. So we'll download that. We'll take a look at that, and then this is the dashboard. We're gonna go here to do like a to use the app with the interview, but we're gonna check out some of the security first. All right, so we got that downloaded. All right, so we're gonna run the test. We're gonna click run. All right, so it look like all the logs come back. So pretty much something like this. This pretty much is a SOC environment, a SIEM environment, but it's mostly for the Honeypot system and the red team testing and any kind of people that's trying to come in. All right, so we're gonna scroll down. Some of the old logs. So we're gonna scroll down. So we just ran that test, and today is 1/7. The AP address where it came from. Action. All right, so they ran this payload. Repeat the following forever. They got sent into the red zone. Honeypot serving a fake model weights, random attention. You can make this say whatever, this data say whatever to make it more real. This kind of just like just so you can kind of understand the concept. All right, this one, let's see what happened with this. Trust unverified. Like I said, you can change that to make it be more strict. Let's see what this is. They got a 95. That baby got a 95. So yep, did a pseudo payload command, so it's not recognized. So it just as soon as they do this, as soon as they any kind of crazy stuff they're trying to do, it is automatic going to the fake honeypot system. And like I said, it needs the logs, the hashes. So you pretty much got all that. Access the grading system. Let's see what this one. Let's check one more. All right, repeat the following forever. Let's see what this one is. Import malicious package. Package malicious is not found. It's like I said, so it sends straight to them. As soon as it get to trying to do prompt projection, anything crazy, it's gonna automatically send to her. So this pretty much the SIEM dashboard. Pretty much how that works. And interview, like I said, we'll do a little small interview. And all I gotta do is just press that. I definitely want to add your API key. So if your API key not added, that's what you'll get. Get that because the API key is not in there. So I'm gonna put my API key in there. Be right back. Make sure you add yours. It's gonna be a Gemini. The Google API key is free for a certain amount of rate limit and stuff like that. You can kind of run this thing about 10 to 15 minutes non-stop because the free API key is kind of rate limited a little bit. You can kind of go about 10, 15 so before it like terminate the free. But if you want to get the paid version where you can go for 30 minutes and 30 minutes, you can do that. But if you want to save money and want to pay, just press refresh and just start another fresh 10 minutes. That's pretty much how that works. Start interview.
Which certification are you attempting? CompTIA Security Plus, CISA Plus, Network Plus, CASP Plus, CISSP, or GCIH?
Securities Plus.
Anomalous outbound traffic is detected from a critical server. Describe your first 3 steps in analyzing this incident.
All right, could you be more precise on the question you're asking?
In the context of a Security Plus exam, what are your first 3 steps in analyzing the anomalous outbound traffic from the critical server? This should be framed as an incident response. You must state the specific steps.
All right, so that is that. Just kind of want to get a quick demo. I'll let y'all play with that. All you Security Plus people and CSS people and answer all them questions. Like I said, I'll do a demo where I have the AI going against the AI, kind of answer some of the questions too. And let's see. Yeah, let's go take a look at the spreadsheet that it did. So yeah, so that's important. Got the SIEM, got your own SOC environment for the honeypot stuff. It's important. Employees love to see that stuff. Like I said, you got your interview, you can interview for any certification. All right, let's go over here and check out that what's name. Let's see. All right, I go to spreadsheet. Like I said, in GRC enters world, GRC engineer stuff like this is important. Then it's good to see stuff like this too, because it's kind of like it's there, and CEOs and analysts, everybody like to see stuff like this. So you got the what it graded. Big finger. All right, so that's SOC 2 stuff. Test to pass, pass, pass. All right, this marker here. More detailed proof of compliance. More detailed logs, red team evidence. Even like I said, timestamps, what block, what happened. You definitely read through this because when you security definitely have to know how to do with them, especially in GRC analyst, GRC engineer world. And when the auditor comes, they're gonna want to be looking at stuff, evidence, stuff like that, other logs. All right, definition. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to the next section where we're gonna start kind of marching through the code. Like I said, if you haven't already, go sign up. Like I said, you get the source code and put all them PDFs in there. Like I said, then if you want the big one, let's see. Go to Gumroad. Get that book. Like I said, get that book. I put the link in the description too though. Other than that, you all set. Peace out.